So good. I love water, man. Love water. What's up, everybody? How you doing? And make sure I'm live on all my social media platforms. So you guys know the drill. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Upload Past Crossroads. Welcome back to my podcast. If you're listening from my podcast, Upload Past Crossroads, welcome back. Uh, if you're watching from my Facebook and LinkedIn page, hey, thanks for tuning in. Sean Christopher Jenkins is the name. Go ahead and befriend me on there. If you're watching from my Instagram page, what up, people on Instagram? What up? I'm live on my one of my Instagram pages, Trouble Don't Last. Another one, my underscore daily underscore Bible. I can't believe I forgot to write that in. Let me go ahead and write that in so you guys can make sure to follow my pages. So I'm sharing my screen on my all my other social media platforms. So if you're on Instagram, you want to see my screen, go ahead and go to my other social media platforms. My YouTube channel, Upload Past Crossroads, to see my screen. My Facebook page, my LinkedIn, I'm streaming live from there as well. My Twitter page, Trouble Don't Last. So let me go ahead and write this down. But yeah, guys, I got a treat for you, man. I have an amazing post that I saw the other day, and I just want you guys. I want to bless you guys with the revelation that I received from the Lord from this post. Right. So it's an incredible post. But all right, so. On my YouTube channel, let's just go through a few things. On my YouTube channel, I have a few playlists that you can go to that's going to be related with what I'm talking about today. So before I even get to that, let me talk about the post, man. Let me talk about the post real quick. So again, you're not gonna be able to see it too well on my Instagram page, but I'm gonna try to show you guys the picture, right? So everybody else can see it pretty clearly. But here goes the picture. So I saw this post the other day, right? So it's a guy on an island, right? You see the guy on the island right there, and the guy on the island, he's just helpless, right? He's waiting for somebody to come save him. So he sees that he has wood on this island with him, right? He has wood all around him, right? A tree. So he takes the tree, he takes the wood from the tree, and he writes the letter, he writes the word help, like really big, right? So that everybody can see it. You guys see it? So that's what he did with it, right? But in the post, it said that the victim mentality will get you killed. No one's coming. No one's coming, right? It's up to you, right? Nobody's coming. It's up to you. Victim mentality will get you killed. No one is coming. It's up to you. You guys get it? So he took the wood that he used for the letter help, the word help, my bad, the word help. He took the wood and then he just made a boat out of it and he swam to shore, right? And I only found this post because I saw this amazing quote that I've seen for years, right? I've seen this quote for years, but I never really done anything with it on my Instagram page, my Twitter page, or anything like that. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not prepared. So let me go to the quote that I'm trying to convey to you guys real quick. The quote that I really want to hit you guys with this post, right? That I've seen for years, but I never used it for anything is yeah, if your ship doesn't come in, swim out to it, right? If your ship doesn't come in, swim out to it. So this is talking about creating opportunities for yourself. This is talking about making your own opportunities for yourself, right? But I'm not even gonna focus on that today. I want to focus on what's in your hand, right? What's in your hand? What resources do you have? What tools do you have? With your life, let's talk about your life real quick. Are you playing a victim in your life, right? Are you just succumbing and just dwindling down and just you just settled for the life that you have right now, right? Like, are you on a? Do you feel like you're on an island? Do you feel like you're not doing anything with your life, right? And not only you're not doing anything with your life, do you feel like you can't do anything with your life, right? Like, do you get what I'm going at, man? So, do you feel like you're stuck on an island? Do you feel stuck? This post, and this video is for you. Do you feel stuck, right? So, are you on an island? And I want to hit you guys with some revelation real quick. You guys ready for this? Like one of my favorite stories in the Bible. Let me stop sharing my screen so I can just talk to you guys. One of my favorite stories in the Bible that I still have yet to preach a sermon on, I still have yet to talk about on my social media platforms. Uh, but I have talked about it a little bit on my YouTube channel. And the story in the Bible is the story of Moses, right? And when God first called Moses, he told Moses, I want you to go to Egypt. And I want you to go to Egypt and I want to use you to talk to Pharaoh to free the Israelites. Like, because of you going to Israel, you're gonna free the Israelites if you just obey me and follow me and just go, right? And Moses made all kind of excuses. He was like, I can't go because, I'm a nobody. Like, who am I? Like, if I go to the king, who do I say sent me? So this is one excuse he had. Who do I say sent me? And God said, tell him I am sent you. All right, I am. He's talking about himself. He's talking about God Almighty. Tell him, the God of the Israelites, he sent you, right? Tell him that. And just saying that is enough, right? Then what else did Moses make an excuse of? He said, if I go back, they're going to kill me because I killed an Egyptian before. He's like, don't worry about that. 40 years has passed. All the people that wanted you dead are dead already. Like, God has already taken care of everything for Moses. And he kept on giving excuse after excuse. And eventually he had no other excuse, right? But he said, what do I have? Who am I? Like, what do I do? You know what God told Moses? God told Moses, what's in your hand? What's in your hand? What do you have, Moses? And Moses said, a staff. I have a staff, right? And so God told him, okay, you got a staff. Great. He said, put the staff down on the ground. Just throw it on the ground. When he threw it on the ground, it became a snake, right? And then God told him to pick it up. What? Pick up a snake? And he picked it up. He had faith. And he picked it up. And it became a staff, right? Again. Then God told him, put the staff and put your arm in your cloak. And when he took his arm and he put it out of his cloak, he had leprosy, right? And then he was freaking out. Oh my gosh. And then he said, okay, God was like, have faith again. Put your hand back in your cloak with your staff and take it out again. And so then his hand was normal again. You guys see where I'm going at? So the whole point, if you read and you just study and you just learn about Moses's life when he went to Egypt to help free the Israelites, to be used by God to free the Israelites from captivity, from the Egyptians, right? I think it was 400 years of captivity, guys. Like, when God used him to do that, man, he used his staff a lot to do miracles. I mean, we know when God parted the Red Sea, he raised his staff and then the sea was parted. We know when the Israelites were finally free from the Egyptians and they were in the wilderness for 40 years, I think. Moses used the staff to hit it on a rock and water came out. He used the staff to hold it up when the Israelites were fighting all the other ites, like it was the Canaanites and the Hezekites and all the ites of the Bible, right? They were fighting them in wars. And when Moses had his staff up in his arm, they were winning the battle. But as soon as his arm started dropping, they were losing. You guys see what I'm saying? You see what God did with a simple thing, with a small thing. What did God do? He used it. A simple, small thing, something that you thought didn't have any significance or any meaning. You guys get what I'm going at? I'm preaching real quick. So what things in your life are you just glossing over, that you're not paying any attention to, that God can use, right? This is what I'm trying to say. Let me show the post again, guys. There's a guy stuck on an island and he had wood on the island. What are most boats made of? Wood. Most boats are made of wood, like back in that time period. Noah's boat that saved all of humanity, it would have, but that saved his family and himself, was made of gopher wood, something like that. So, like, guys, boats can be made of wood. So, like, this guy, he made a boat of wood, right? He used what he had, right? Instead of waiting for somebody else to come save him, instead of waiting for somebody else to do the work, instead of not taking, so many, you get what I'm saying, guys? So many people aren't taking responsibilities for their life. So many people are not taking ownership of what God has bestowed on them and given them. You're like the parable of the 10 talents, and you're like that one person who only had one talent, and what did they do with it? They buried it. They hid it. They didn't do anything with it, right? And you can't do that in the Christian life. How many Christians, how many people in the world, but let's focus on Christians real quick. Come on, Christians. How many Christians are playing a blaming game and not taking responsibility for their lives? How many Christians are just settling for the life that they have instead of taking ownership and swimming to the destination that they want to go to? You have the power to create the life that you want to create, guys. You have the power to create whatever you want in this life, right? It's all on you. But you got to believe it. You got to have faith. You can only go as far as your faith allows you to go, right? So what's in your hand, guys? What resources has God given you? Are you utilizing it, man? Or are you playing the victim? Are you just waiting for somebody to do the work for you? Because guys, the Christian life is going to take some work. The Christian life is going to be hard, right? So many people think that once you're saved, then all your pain, all your suffering, everything goes away. That's not true, guys. That is not true. That's far from the truth. That's why Jesus said, you must take up your cross and follow me. You must humble yourself. Take up your cross and follow me. Everybody has a cross to bear. Everybody will have to suffer. In this world, you will face tribulation, right? But be a good cheer. Be a good cheer, for I've overcome the world. That's one of the promises of God, guys. So I'm going all over the place real quick. Let me hit you with some quotes real quick. I want you guys to really get this, man. I want to ask you guys, I've been asking you guys the whole video, what's in your hand, right? What is in your hand, right? And I'll tell you what's in your hand right now. God's power is in your hand, right? What's in your hand? God's power is in your hand. God's power was in Moses' hand the whole time when he had the staff. The staff was meant to do a lot of things. And guys, it's a freaking staff. Are you kidding me? A staff can do that much. You kidding me? A staff, really? So if a staff can do that, man, what do you think God could do with a little when you give it to him, right? That's another quote I have for you guys, man. Yeah, what you have is all you need when God is on your side, right? What you have is all you need when God is on your side, man. Guys, I want to talk about what's in your hand real quick. I keep on asking you guys, but I want to paint you guys a picture, right? So what's in my hand? Let me talk about myself, for example, right? So I'm trying to be a preacher, right? I'm trying to teach the Bible 24/7. Matter of fact, I want that to be my career and what I do for work, right? So guys, spoiler alert, I'm not a preacher, right? I don't have a church, right? I don't teach the Bible 24/7, even though it looks like I do, right? I have a 9 to 5 that I hate, that I don't like. I don't want to do it, but I have bills to pay, right? I have life to live and everything costs money, right? So what am I doing to get to that destination, to create that life? Am I going to play the victim mentality and wait for somebody to just give me the opportunity? I used to do that crap. I used to be like, man, somebody's going to give me the opportunity to preach because my social media platforms are booming. I'm so great when I talk. They'll see me. But no, sometimes you got to humble yourself and you got to put in the work. Right? So many people don't want to put in the work. They don't want to get their hands dirty. And in the Christian life, you're a partaker with God. God's going to do his job, and you have a job too. We're partakers with God. We're co-workers with God. So God's going to do the miracle part. He's going to do the impossible, what you can't do, which is open doors, which is give you the opportunities, which is make sure to tell others and come into people's hearts to even want to give you a shot to do whatever you're trying to do, right? But you got to be prepared. You got to put in the work. You got to be ready when the opportunity presents itself, because let me tell you something, you can be unprepared and not ready, right? So I'm going all over the place with this, guys, but that's just one of the ways where I'm done and I haven't been playing a victim mentality no more. If I want to preach, I can do it now. Nothing stop me. I can create the opportunity, but you have to, that's another thing. What's in your hand, right? So what's in your hand? Let me talk about that for a minute. So what's in my hand? My hand is what's in my hand. So when I say that, I'm saying what are you great at? What are you good at? What can you do to do what you want to do forever and the rest of eternity? What can you do right now to give your life meaning and purpose and to do essentially what God wants and purpose and created you specifically to do that nobody else can do, right? What's in your hand to do that? Because right now, so many people aren't living in purpose. So many people are living outside of their purpose and aren't really doing what they really love to do and are passionate about, right? And we shouldn't be living like that, right? As God's children, are you kidding me? Everything should be done with purpose and on purpose and according to God's will. You guys get what I'm saying, man. If you're following God's will and everything like that, man, you're going to really utilize what's in your hand. And when I say that, you're utilizing all your resources, all your opportunities that come, all the opportunities that come in ahead of you and come towards you. You guys get what I'm saying, man. You're utilizing all the people around you, all the tools and resources that have been bestowed on you, right? So what's in my hand to do what I'm trying to do? Preach, right? To teach the Bible 24/7, to have a church and everything like that. What's in my hand, man? The AME church to become a pastor, right? That's one thing. Cause my dad was a pastor. My dad's dad was a pastor. Everybody in my family pastors, basically. So like, I have the AME church to do that with, right? So that's one resource, right? What's in your hand? Use that, guys. So like another thing, I can go get my education. That's just another thing. Get my master's and doctoral, so y'all can finally call me Dr. J for real. What's something else? My social media, guys. Social media, man. Teaching the Bible, teaching the word. I can do that now. Like I don't have to wait to have a church. I don't have to wait till somebody gives me an opportunity to talk in the pulpit. I can teach now. I've been doing that since 2018. You guys see me all over past Crossroads. Like, you guys see what I'm saying? So what's in your hand to do what you're trying to do, to create the life that you want to create? You can create it now. You have the opportunity now. You don't have to wait, right? Now, with some things, you got to wait. You can't force love. You can't force people to marry. You can't force marriage on anybody. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, love's a different ball game. Kids is a different ball game. You can't just force having kids on people. Like, come on. That's why divorce rate's like at 85%, 95% now. It ain't that high, but it's high. It probably is now. I know it used to be like 75%. But anyways, and that was like 2012. But let's keep on going, guys. All right, so let me go back to that post. I want you guys to really see the post, all right? And I got to show you guys on Instagram again, troubledontlast and my_day_Bible. So we're going back to this post, man. I want to make sure I say everything with you guys. So you have this guy, right? What this video is all about is this guy playing the victim game, right? He's on an island. You guys see it? He's on an island. And he's using the wood to write the letters help, but then he changes his mind and he uses the wood to make a boat to swim to the destination he wants to swim to, right? So he's not waiting on somebody else to save him no more, right? So guys, is that how you're living your life? Are you waiting for somebody to save you, man? You have everything you need right now to do whatever God called you to do, guys. What are you waiting on? So many people need to be saved, man. So many people need to hear the gospel, man. So many people need to see God, the God in you. And the only way they're going to see the God in you, the only way they're going to be saved and to feel God's love and hope and everything is if you're doing what God called and purposed you to do. So what's holding you back from doing it? Nothing is. God has already given you everything. Here goes some quotes. I said, what's in your hand, right? That's the question I've been asking the whole video. And I said, God's power is in your hand, right? God is in your hand. God's power is in your hand, guys. Like when God calls us to serve him, he doesn't ask us to become something we're not. Spoiler alert. He uses what is in our hands, right? And not only that, I want to say what you have is all you need when God is on your side, right? So I already said that, but a lot of things that we don't think have value, God can use in a mighty way, right? So God can use anything, guys. God used a staff, guys, a staff for Moses. So what can he do with you, right? So I'm using social media, like for me in my house, like for my purpose and my calling. I'm using social media. So what are you going to use to get to where God wants you to be, to do what God called you to do, guys? That's the question you got to be asking yourself. Are you playing the victim like this guy? Are you stuck on an island, the island of life? So many people are stuck on the island. Oh, let's talk about the Bible. So many people are stuck in the wilderness, and God ain't gonna let you out of the wilderness until you learn the lesson. And some of y'all are gonna die in the wilderness, just like the Israelites did. Just like the people God called Moses to help out of slavery, help out of bondage. They were in bondage again in the wilderness just because they were so disobedient, didn't want to do what God called them to do. God freed them from Egypt, but they weren't willing to do anything else. They were content with just being out of Egypt. Are you just content with just graduating from college, with just getting married, with just having a few kids? Like, are you done? Like, so many people are done after the age of 50. Like, stop. What's in your hand? What is God giving you to do? Man, there's so much work to be done, guys. You see where I'm going at? Like, so much work to be done, man. And like, guys, you don't have to be anything else. Like, so many people want to have opportunities and have money, like Jeff Bezos or Warren Buffett or Mark Cuban, but they don't know their whole story. They don't know what they had to do in order to get to where they are today. Elon Musk, I keep on going. Peter Lynch, like nobody starts at the top. Nobody starts off great. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, come on. They all it was a journey. They all had to work to get to where they are today. Very few people are just handed stuff, right? Yeah, just handed stuff in life and just handed all the answers and handed all the resources they need in order to succeed, right? but you can use what you have right now in order to get to where you're trying to go, in order to get to where God wants you to go, right? And you don't have to be anybody else. You don't have to be like anybody else. You don't have to do what anybody else did. You can create your own path and do what God is calling you to do, and you to do only because it's your journey, it's your story, it's what God needed and crafted your life to be doing. You guys get where I'm going at? So what's in your hand, right? So get off your island. That's the series I'm calling this, right? So there's so much to take away with this post that just blessed my soul. You know, what's in your hand? This victim mentality, this guy on the island. All right, do you feel like you're stuck in life? Do you feel trapped? You don't have to be trapped no more. You don't have to be stuck no more, man. God is waiting for you to just use what you have, right? Use what you have. Use what's been given to you. We all have been given a lot. Guys, I'm sorry to say it, but everybody has been given a lot. Like, I don't care what your path is, what your story, especially if you're like 50 years old, you're listening to this, or like 85. Like, the longer you live, the more of an excuse you don't have. You have more years than a lot of people to succeed and be great in your career, in your field, to reach people for Christ. I can keep on going, right? So this is the message I want to give to you guys, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Let me just stop it, man. That was the video. I got a lot more coming with just that post, because there's so many stuff you could pull out from just this post alone. So you guys see my social media pages on my YouTube page and on my Facebook page, LinkedIn, Twitter. That's where I'm sharing my screen. And so just go ahead and follow me on all my social media platforms. Let me make it bigger. I have a prettier screen. So I got my YouTube channel and my podcast, Upload Past Crossroads. So subscribe to there. Turn on your post notifications so you're notified anytime I upload a video. Like, comment, and share. Let me know your thoughts. Comment right now. Let me know your thoughts if you like this video, if you want more videos like this. And also you can DM me any questions that you have that you want me to do a video on, or DM me any post that really inspired you that you want me to do a video on, or we can collaborate. I would love to collaborate with some believers just to see, just to fellowship with you guys, because I haven't done that yet, but that's one of my goals with my social media pages. All right, so I'm on Facebook and LinkedIn, Sean Christopher Jenkins. My Twitter, Snap, Instagram, and TikTok at troubledontlast. My other Instagram page, my_day_Bible. My Tumblr page, troubledontlast #1. All right, but let's talk about my YouTube channel real quick. So I have a lot of videos like this. So if this video inspired you, go to my YouTube channel, Upload Past Crossroads, and look at these kind of playlists. Like, one of my playlists is Instagram Post Explain. So this is definitely an Instagram Post Explain, because I'm definitely going to post this on my Instagram page. So make sure to go to that playlist to watch any other videos and stuff that I've done on just explaining posts like this. And then also, what's in your hand? I have a playlist of all the sermons and messages I'm going to be talking about just with this topic alone, right? So use what God gave you, right? And so implementing ideas, chasing dreams, right here, man. Go to that playlist as well on my YouTube channel, watch videos like that. And then purpose, you're trying to figure out your purpose. You want to figure out what you're passionate about and what you're calling. Like, this is a video to figure out that as well. Like, so check out that playlist on my YouTube channel. Check out all the videos I've done on stuff like that. So yeah, guys, you get it, man. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, man, because that post really, really touched me, man. Like, and the post, I haven't even hit you guys with everything I want to say with that post, man. Like, it's just way too much to talk about, man. Like, with that, like, I told you guys the quote that really blessed me, that related with that post, and how I even came across that post is, if your ship doesn't come in, swim out to it, right? You don't have to wait for anybody to give you the opportunity. You don't have to wait for people to see what God sees in you and what God has put in you, man. You can do what you want to do right now. Like, some people are trying to start a clothing line or something like that. That's going to cost money. I understand, right? But you can do it in some kind of way, right? Like, writing a book. Don't get me started on writing a book. Like, I'm waiting to write a book right now, because I have too many distractions in the house I live in with my parents. So, like, but that shouldn't be an excuse, because, man, like, how short is your life, right? You imagine if you knew when the exact time and date and place you were gonna die, like, how on purpose and how purposeful you would live every single second and every single moment, guys. Like, this is how you need to live your life, man. Like, stop goofing around and playing games and just living without purpose and just going through life, man, settling. Like, you know what? I'm gonna hit you guys with a few posts with the quotes with this post, man. It's just too much, man. Like, don't settle for what life gives you. Make life better and build something. Like this guy, like he didn't settle. He didn't. He waited for a minute, but then he was like, you know what? Nobody's coming, so I'm gonna make a better life for myself. Right? You can do that, guys. You don't have to wait for somebody to do that for you, man. Create the things you wish existed. Right? This guy was waiting on a boat. This guy was waiting on a boat. This is the whole point of this video. He was waiting on a boat, and you know what he did? Instead of waiting, he created his own boat. He made his own way, right? That is so awesome. Like, so are you going to do the same thing with what God called you to do? So that's what I'm doing with preaching right now. Like, somebody once said to me, Terry, the guy who does videos with me, that awesome believer I met. Like, so if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll meet Terry and see him. But he said to me, when it comes to preaching and when it comes to being a pastor, you're an example. So every single time you talk, you should be such an example that the way you're living and the way you're operating in life is an example to others to follow, right? Because that's what Paul was, that's what Jesus was, that's what the disciples were, right? So you don't have an excuse to not be living in a way that's so holy, so righteous, the right way of living and operating in God's will and God's purpose, that if people follow what you're doing, they should receive blessings and prosperity and be successful in all avenues and arenas of life. Like people, the prosperity gospel, like you know how that is. All right, nobody really believes in that. But guys, you can't tell me if you follow what God wants you to do and do what God calls you to do, and you utilize all the talents and resources that God has given you, you can't tell me that you won't be successful in life. Man. There's no way, because I am. I would say I am, but I'm nowhere near where God is intending for me to be. And I haven't reached my full potential. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, there's so much more work to be done, right? So yeah, man. So why wait for the life you want? Why wait to do what you really want to do? Why wait to serve the Lord like you really want to do? Guys, do it now. So I'm talking forever, man. That's the post, guys. That's the post. Like, so I need to do more videos just breaking that down from that aspect with Island Boy, like that guy on the island. So I pray you guys enjoyed this video. Go to my social media platforms again. Like all my videos, comment, like all my posts that I post on Instagram and Twitter, and retweet them, share them. If you don't do that, guys, my pages will not grow. Social media will be a nightmare for me. All right, I'm out, guys. I've been talking forever. So you guys have a blessed one. Have a great rest of your weekend. All right, peace out.